Bill Anderson, you're chasing a story in Queens. Apparently, big drills and subways don't mix. What do you got?
Yeah, Bill, it was a near tragedy that was very nearly averted as a company was working on subway expansion. They were trying to do things to expand the pathway that the F train takes, didn't realize fully where they were, drilled through the street, and a 10-inch around drill bit went right through the street into the tunnel and nearly missed the train. And I say nearly by about this much. It rubbed up against the side of the train, cracking windows, denting the train. They had to stop, and about 800 people had to get out and walk. So I wanted to get some response.
I just saw that coming down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right?
I wanted to get some response. So I rode the F train this morning from the Queensbridge 21st Street station where it all started, rode it around, saw how crowded it was, and then talked to some of the people as we were getting off. Some of them didn't know it had happened. They were afraid, and they had some not so nice words for transit here in New York.
Yeah, they should be held responsible. Why not? I mean, somebody could have got hurt.
That looks like something in a horror movie, doesn't it? That doesn't even look real. Wow, that is extremely dangerous, and transit ought to be very grateful that no one got hurt.
I then walked up the street to try to get a closer look at where the actual work was being done. It was only about 700 feet from the station, so I came to the area you see behind me and actually saw what appeared to be the drill, and it was kind of imposing. If it had actually gone through the subway train, they would have had a major problem. The company, Griffin Dewatering, is not making comments right now. Right now, the city passing the responsibility off to them. But it was a near miss, and the pictures that you've seen throughout the story will show you it was scary and it could have been tragic.
Just for context, like how fast was the train going, or was it stopped right before the station? What's the context of the passengers as the drill came down?
Well, because it was so close to the station, again, they had just started going. Apparently, the driver heard a huge noise as the drill bit came through and immediately slammed on the emergency brake. So if it had been going faster, that's something else that could have contributed to this tragedy, but luckily it wasn't.
I understand there were more than 800 people on this train at the time.
Yeah, and when I actually rode the train today, it was a very similar time to when it happened, right around 11 o'clock in the morning. And you can see from my experience on the train, it was packed.
Wait, Bill, I'm just looking at where you are, and behind you, there's cars going. This company had to actually get permits to shut down a road. So you're telling me in that entire situation, from getting permits to setting up, that they didn't figure out that there was a subway line underneath?
Well, and I got to tell you also, when you see the pictures and when you see the drill, it wasn't a near miss. I mean, this is a drill bit that came through the street, went through the top of the tunnel, and all the way down to the ground. So it was a huge miscalculation.
But you said the expansion is to expand the subway, so they weren't doing unrelated work to the subway, right?
No, they were doing work that they were supposed to be doing. And right now, again, a lot of people aren't talking because obviously there could be more coming out of this, but they were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be doing the work. They just weren't supposed to drill that deep.
Right. Of course, you know, we'd be doing a different story, of course, if they had closed the F train in order to do the drill. We'd have thousands of people saying, incompetent New York, how come they can't do the work while we're still commuting? Anyway, thank God no one was hurt. Looks like just a bad mistake.